Hello, all. So, welcoming you to one more session in Tableau. This is also one of the discussion where you're going to understand one specific type of chart. In fact, speaking, this is one of the commonly used type of chart. Even the people who are completely novice about the chart can very well understand what this chart is basically displaying and what sort of information this chart is trying to convey to the user. So the visualization is coming as it's a kind of a very easy understandable visualization is what you can obtain from the bar charts. So as I said earlier in the previous discussions, how I have explained you the different types of charts is, of course, you need to understand in which situation specifically you need to go for this type of chart, and also how you can actually perform that visualization of this corresponding chart using the Tableau. So these two things, if you will understand, in the later cases, if you wanted to do some kind of visualization with some kind of data, is going to be really beneficial for you. So with that context, let's try to understand when exactly we need to use your bar chart. As I said, bar chart is something which is commonly used. Be it be like, it's something that this is something that we will very commonly use in our academics, business, and any kind of, government organizations, anybody who wanted to display certain things like, certain things in the sense. Specifically, I'm going to talk about when you do when you do kind of comparison between a dimension and measure, then the right choice is actually your bar chart. Say for example, you have you have something like this. Okay, let me just take my whiteboard. So we have something like this. So this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. Now what you wanted to find out is that maybe I wanted to find out the sales profit or any kind of sales which is happening for my organization, and this is what is the years. Okay, so maybe I'll have years in this manner, right? So I'll have 2016, 2017, like this. So any kind of you just wanted to find out how much sales it has happened on 2015. So this is how you actually make use of your bar chart, right? So simply between two things, like most of the time you try to have your x-axis as your dimension and your y-axis as your measure. So whenever you wanted to do such kind of comparisons, most of the time you end up using your bar chart. So as I said, this is something like, most of the cases they are making use of this bar chart. Now one more case is that one more actually to say, this is actually one more variant of your bar chart, is supposed to be your stacked bar chart. Okay, so we are going to concentrate specifically on stacked bar chart because bar chart is something which is very simple, and it is most of the time which is being followed by many of the people. Okay, so what is this stacked bar chart? Stacked bar chart is, again, it's a tool in a Tableau which you will be using it for your visualization. So say for example, you are running a boutique. Okay, and whenever you are into your fashion businesses, what happens is that you just wanted to identify the trends more accurately, so that you can, you can stick on to what a product. If I am going to design, if you're a designer, so if I'm going to identify what product is going to be I mean, this is a particular product which will be bought for the next 2 years. I just wanted to come to some conclusions like this. So if I have to come to some conclusions like this, what I need to do means I need to do some kind of analysis. Like I just wanted to identify the trends which is happening. Okay. So or I just wanted to find out what kind of variations is there between the customers, so that I can focus on a specific set of customers, and then I can introduce a specific fashion brand towards that particular age group. All of these things I could do it. Okay. So but if I have to do all of these things, first of all I need to have the data, and once the data is there with me, I need to have a proper visualization. So whenever I wanted to do such kind of probably I wanted to do some kind of interactive shareable dashboard. Okay. So wherein I most of the time what I wanted to show is that a stacked versions of a bar chart. Okay. So I will show you what is the meaning of a stacked version. So in the same situations, like uh, I mean, like your fashion brand itself, if you take, how do I explain a stacked bar chart using this example means? So if you are drawing a bar chart, like in your downside, you have your products basically, and in the uh, y-axis you have your purchases assumption. Okay. So you just wanted to identify the trends. So in your products itself you will have multiple products, right? But yearly wise a product sale category is what I'm maintaining. Okay. So something like this, let me just show it to you, that would be better. Okay, so clear all the drawings. So similarly, same thing. Here you're going to have your x-axis and your y-axis. So what I'm going to have here is that, just a second. So what I'm going to have here is basically some kind of purchases. So here what I'm having is a products. Okay. So now purchases in 2016, this much is the purchases. I'm identifying that. So the product will have multiple products basically. So I just wanted to show, like maybe jeans is the product that is being sold, how much it has been sold. So I just wanted to split this separately, and then I just wanted to see all the products which is being sold in the year 2016 or something, so that what I'm going to get an information is that what was the trend in 2016. If I have to identify these things, this type of chart will be really, really beneficial for me. So this is what you call it as a stacked bar chart. Okay. And yeah, so that's about the stacked bar chart. I gave you an example. For this scenarios, you will be like, you just wanted to make use of your stacked bar chart. And see, one more thing, what I need to tell you formally is that a bar will consist of multiple segments, as I showed you, right? And each of the segment is will be giving you a completely different category. Okay. Of the bar, complete bar, every set is going to consider it as a set, and inside the set you are having a subsets. Okay. Each subset is going to have its own things. Okay. So that is the idea behind your stacked bar chart. Now it is important for us to know how we can create a stacked chart in Tableau. That is very important, right? So we can go ahead to our Tableau environment. Okay, I'm just going inside my Tableau environment, and yeah, I'm going to choose my my file basically, which is there in my computer. I'm just going to upload that. So maybe office supplies is the uh, office supplies is the file which I'm taking in, so that I can show you your the methodology how you can actually make use of your stacked bar chart. So this is loading, and once it is loaded, you can check your data source as well as you can check your sheets, and then we need to identify how we can actually create a stacked bar chart. Okay. So that one we need to understand. So it's just loading. Let me just refresh it once again, just because it is taking a lot of time. Yeah. So I'm just taking my file once again. Yeah. office supplies is the file, and yeah, it's there. So you can see here, let's go to our data source, and data source, I'm just updating it. So you can see that there are order date, region, and REP item, units, and unit price. REP is your representative name, I guess. So these are simple, like, 6 columns are there, and it's a very simple one. All right, now let's go to our sheet to understand how we can create our um, stacked bar chart. Okay. So the first thing what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to specify my columns and the rows. Maybe I will specify the column as an item. Okay. And then maybe my row is unit will be there, right? So for each item, a unit price will be there. So let's keep this one. Okay. So as soon as I kept two things, right? See, as you can see here, item is basically a measure. It's a yeah, it's a dimension, and the sum of the units is basically your measure, because there is an aggregation which is involved in your sum. Okay. So the plot is between the dimensions and the measure, as I told you in the beginning of the session itself. Okay. So now it automatically creates a bar chart for me, absolutely no doubt about it. Now what I wanted to do is that I just wanted to create a stacked chart for the two columns. So how can I do that? Okay. So you can actually go to your, the one more column that we need to specify, or we need to take is, maybe I will take a region. Okay. And after I have given a region here, you can understand that, it is giving me a stacked one. So here item binder region is west and the number of units is 64. Similarly, here you see item is binder region east and 234. That's what is the meaning of the complete bar is segmented. Okay. So you can drop this and you can actually change your color. So once you change your color, you can understand clearly. Okay. So this is one way you can create your stacked bar chart. I hope you could have got an idea on what do I speak about it, a stacked bar chart. Okay. Now this is one way. Now what I'm going to do is that another way is that here in my marks card, I'm not keeping my region. I will keep the region here itself. Okay. So once I have kept my region here, what is the chart that I'm getting is a completely different kind of chart which I'm getting it. Okay. Now I wanted to convert this chart into a stacked bar chart. So I can go directly into the show me, and then I can just click on this one. Okay. So this will automatically create my stacked bar chart. This is the same thing which we have done it. And you could also notice that. So this is completely, changed the color code, and this whatever I placed here has already reached this marks code position. So this could be done automatically also. Okay. So these are the two different ways which you can make use of in order to create your stacked bar chart. And there are certain interesting points that you can add on your stacked bar chart. So what you can do is that you can just click on that, and then you can just, yeah, you can just do the excluding also. See here, exclude is there, right? So just if I will exclude this bar alone, that bar alone will be gone. So any kind of a segment which you wanted to exclude it, you can exclude it by putting it over here. Okay. So that is also possible. So that's one way we can make use of you know uh, this stacked bar chart. Okay. And also we can actually give a label also if you want to show your mark labels. So you can see here, so the number of units, it is showing the labels also. So here I just went here, and then I just checked my show mark labels. Okay. So that's also one more thing that you can do it. Okay. And also it is possible you can remove any particular stack from the stack bar graph. That is what we did it, right, by excluding it. So these are the some of the operations that you wanted to perform with respect to your stacked bar chart. and using any one of the way you can actually construct your stacked bar chart. Okay, so that's all. That's the idea that I wanted to give it to you as a part of your stacked bar chart basically. And point that needs to be remembered is that dimension and measure. You can go for a stacked bar chart, and what are all the things you can do with a stacked bar chart, I explained you. So both the scenario as well as how we can do it is explained clearly. Okay, so let's meet in another session where we will explore one more type of chart, which is your line chart. So that's all I have for this session. Thank you.